Department of Veterans Affairs says more than 85,000 veterans are experiencing long-term or repeated homelessness. But even one veteran on the street is too many. That's where Veterans Matter is trying to make a difference. And here now to talk with us more about that is Ken Leslie, the Advocate-in-Chief of Veterans Matter. Ken, thank you so much for being here with us. For people who aren't quite familiar with Veterans Matter, tell us about who you are and what you do.
So Veterans Matter was accidentally started in Toledo, Ohio to house 35 local veterans, and it grew when Dusty Hill with ZZ Top asked me to expand it to Houston. So I created an online cloud-based system that allowed the VA in any funded area of operation, we work exclusively with the VA, to be able to house veterans. And then John Mellencamp, who's a long-term supporter of ours, did the same thing. And then in Michigan, Mitch Albom, Katy Perry, Kid Rock raised some money, and the thing started taking off. And as of today, we've housed over 3,200 veterans in 22 states nationwide. 355 of them are in the tri-state area down here.
So take us a little bit through the process as to how you do what you do.
So the VA does all the heavy lifting. They're amazing in going out and finding the homeless veterans. They help them find a place. There's a long-term housing voucher. So once they're housed, it's permanent housing that has a 91% success rate keeping them housed. And after they're housed, they provide these 360-degree wraparound services. So they stay housed. And the problem is the homeless veterans don't have the deposit in first month's rent. And I know a lot of working people who don't have a deposit first month's rent. So when the VA runs into people, veterans who have nowhere else to go, they let us know. We have an online system. They hit send. All conforming referrals are automatically approved. Send the check the same day.
Very briefly, what do you understand about what it is that drives the homelessness issue among veterans?
Well, there's a multitude of reasons, but of the veterans that we housed, out of the 3,000 from the surveys that we've done, a third of them are employment-related conditional reasons. They get the divorce and somebody got the outside of the house rather than the inside. I mean, that kind of thing. A third of them are within the context of some level of medical or chemical disability. And then the third are the ones that have really been hurt by what they've seen. They may have no arms, no legs. We'll be taking care of them the rest of their life. PTSD drove them to the streets to escape it. And they talk about the 22. The people who have lost hope on the streets are always the first ones in the line of that 22, if you can imagine having nowhere else to go.
Sure. So talk a little bit about how people can get in touch with you or help veterans who need the kind of help that you provide.
For individual donors, they can reach us at our veteransmatter.org website /donate or text VETS to 41444. And then Facebook is a really good place. We've housed over 100 veterans from Facebook fundraisers. But for corporations and foundations, they can get a hold of us direct. All the money that has been used to house the local veterans has been provided by Operation Greatest Need. So we've brought a little over $250,000 into this community to be able to house it. And if there are any corporations that want to step up, like the amazing Strauss-Troy has, we'd love to have them.
All right. Ken Leslie, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you for having us.
Indeed.